Hi, everyone. The rapid evolution of technology continues to transform the way we develop, deploy, and interact with applications. From cloud computing to artificial intelligence, the landscape is constantly shifting, presenting both challenges for businesses and technologists alike. I am Jayantu Mukherjee, Global Head of Applications and Cloud Technologies Portfolio for Sogeti. I have the pleasure today of working with a talented team of technologists and inviting them for a good panel discussion. Joining me in the panel today is Pierre Olivier Patin, Sogeti Global CTO, Applications and Cloud Technologies. Pierre Olivier brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in driving technological innovation and strategy for Sogeti. Ralph, our National Solution Architect and Practice Lead for Power Platform from North America. Ralph's expertise in Power Platform has been instrumental in helping several organizations harness the full potential of low-code, no-code solutions. Eric, our Microsoft and DevOps Solution Architect from Sweden. Eric's multifaceted expertise in Microsoft technologies and DevOps practices makes him a distinguished authority in creating robust, scalable, and efficient solutions. And last but not the least, I welcome John, our senior architect based out of France. His extensive background in application and cloud technologies has been crucial in driving digital transformation across several of our clients. In today's discussion, we will delve into the latest trends and the future directions of modern applications. Let's hear to get some valuable insights from our industry-leading experts. What do you think are the trends you see evolving in the modern app space now and going into 2025?
Modern applications are undergoing a revolution, driven by three major trends shaping the future of software. First, generative AI and software development. We are reimagining how apps are built, automating code generation, enhancing collaboration, and reducing development cycles. Second, cloud-native application. Developers are leveraging the power of cloud platforms to build scalable, resilient, and flexible apps, ensuring faster development and seamless user experiences. And third, intelligent apps powered by GenAI. Applications are becoming smarter, delivering personalized, context-aware experiences and unlocking new possibilities in automation and decision-making. So GenAI is redefining the landscape of software and quality engineering. We have seen tremendous change in the last months: code generation, code conversions, agents, even more multi-agents performing app transformation. So how is GenAI transforming software and quality engineering?
Good question. Personally, I believe that we're on the cusp of a paradigm shift in software development life cycle. I think will be a fundamental rethink of how we conceive, develop, test, deploy, run, and maintain our applications using generative AI.
Sure, I agree. GenAI is used everywhere in our case for requirements for in-quality engineering, test cases, and of course, code generation. One interesting observation from the DORA metrics around software performance is that high-performing teams are actually now failing more than the average teams. Not because of GenAI produces bad code, though it produces a lot of code faster, and since bigger chunks of code introduces a higher risk of failure, hence you have the risk. So we need to cope up with that we generate more code faster. So even to get the small change sets out in production even faster.
So as the renowned project management principles guru Bob Graham says, Gen AI is truly empowering developers with intelligent tools capable of generating code, suggesting improvements, and even anticipating potential issues, all in real time. But interestingly, this shift not only streamlines processes, but it's also reshaping team dynamics in software engineering. Yeah. So, which then brings me to my next question for all of us. How is software factory evolving into software house in this Gen AI world? What is the difference and what are its real benefits?
Hey, the shift of software houses is really redefining how technology is created. On top of factory assembly line processes, software houses empower features teams with end-to-end ownership and the capacity to deliver complete solution. There is three key benefits of this transformation. Customization at scale, feature team can now design and deploy tailored solution rapidly, meeting precise customer needs, activating what they really need to build their product. Second, innovation at speed. Empowered teams have the autonomy to experiment and innovate, driving faster breakthroughs. And third, enhanced team ownership. With dedicated resources and full stack capabilities, teams operate like startups, taking complete accountability of their features.
For me, as Pop says, it's all about speed. Flexibility is key. It allows teams to adapt more quickly to context, to meet market requirements, etc. Especially with the advent of generative AI, I think teams need to be more flexible to adapt the LLMs, different models, etc.
Yeah, the interesting thing on the low-code side is Microsoft, for example, built their tools into the actual applications themselves, like Power Apps or Power Automate, where you go in and you simply say what it is that you want to do, straight up English, and then next thing you know, you have a lot of the app. However, of course, that's a lot of the app if you were the so-called citizen developer that folks might have heard about. For the enterprise, that's not exactly the best model necessarily, because we have to always consider that whatever we're building has to be enterprise grade to be sure, and it has to apply to the standards that are out there. So the key task over here is partners like ourselves and everyone else come in with the expertise to say, adjust that prompt to make sure that it includes that, or that the systems need to evolve to have a vision of the enterprise to make it work. The factory only works if you don't have individuals making their own cars. You got to have the plans and start from there.
So, what is your experience using code generation tools? Are we already building specific agent for app modernization?
Talking about experiences, I'm a developer myself, so I have my new favorite pair programming body in GitHub Copilot. I really like it, and it's really efficient. Of course, the obvious less context switching from IDE to browser. Now I can talk to the Copilot instead.
Yeah, like Eric, I've been using GitHub Copilot now for probably about almost 2 years. I've also played about with Amazon Q, and I have to say it's been fairly transformative. I'd say roughly it's saving me between 30 to 50% of my time when I'm developing stuff. As for agents, yeah, there's a company in France that's asked us to look and see if we can actually migrate en masse several hundred applications from one code source base to another. So yeah, we're definitely seeing generative AI impacting with agents and the use of agents, the development process.
Yeah, so yes, clearly, John, we are already seeing some client context on which we are proposing custom agent or multi-agent system to perform software transformation. So we have common story together on framework language upgrade, coordinating a sequence of tasks like analysis, specification, coding, and review.
we keep hearing about cloud native. A lot of the application developments we used to do was on-prem, and in the new age world of modernizing the applications, we are looking at cloud principles, cloud native principles, design patterns adopting to those cloud native principles. How can organizations effectively adopt these cloud native design and services for their applications?
As you say, they need to get a firm grip of cloud native principles around microservices, development, containerization, orchestration, discoverability, supervision, um, reference architectures from Microsoft, other cloud providers. Security is often a major concern, especially when it means they're moving from sort of traditional perimeter-based networking to more sort of zero trust environments. DevSecOps is also quite often a big barrier to entry into cloud native applications, and it can add a lot of utility to the realization of cloud native principles and stuff. And finally, you need to basically look out for cloud lock-in. There's not really much point going to the cloud native if you're then going to lock yourself into a specific supplier. So they need to think about how they can abstract away the sort of dependencies on specific providers.
Yeah, on cloud native adoption, I have 4 advices. Leverage managed cloud services, embrace microservices architecture, design for failure and resiliency, and automate everything.
Yeah, and I agree. As John mentioned, that the guidelines, the cloud native guidelines, you need to skill up your people because you can build great things, but you need your developers to learn. So plan for continuous learning of your developers.
So moving with cloud native application is not an easy journey. Dealing with tightly coupled legacy system, complexity in distributed system, and container orchestration, but also cultural shift and skill gaps. So what are the most critical challenges in building cloud native application you are seeing?
I would say security. With microservices and service meshes, we have a more complex attack surface. So we need to cope with that and skill up in DevSecOps ways of working to mitigate that.
Yeah, I'd agree with Eric. The skills gap is a major challenge quite often for a cloud native adoption process. But one of the major issues I've found is around cost management. The whole cloud situation is it moves from on-premises data centers where you rigidly control cost to monthly budgets and monthly invoicing. It gets complicated to manage, and it's something that we need to control. We need to regularly supervise, put in place FinOps that give our clients the information they require to manage their cloud infrastructures.
On cloud native, the landscape has been evolving. It's moved into serverless computing, cloud anywhere with adaptive cloud, a lot of low code, no code solutions as well. Which emerging trends or technologies do you believe will have the most significant impact on cloud native applications in the coming years?
For me, I think probably the most important will be around multi-cloud and hybrid cloud infrastructures. It adds a lot of complexity to applications because you need to adjust the abstract away dependencies and stuff. But it does allow companies to optimize costs in the long term. If they can, after a certain period of time with one cloud provider, they can quite easily adapt and move to another. It also gives them flexibility, and more resilience. If they have a problem with one data center with one cloud provider, it's easy to migrate to the other and change over. So we are seeing a lot of demand for systems like Azure Arc that allows you to control across multiple clouds your infrastructure. But yeah, also the security is important, especially with LLMs. Given the speed and pace of development around LLMs, being able to move from LLM provider to another is important these days. So that would be my sort of main points.
So that being said, on the low code side, coming from my end, we have the SaaS folks like Microsoft trying to, as they say, keep you in their home. But I am seeing a trend that there are others that are coming into play. They're seeing the success. They're seeing the benefit of not so much empowering again the so-called citizen developers, but empowering developers themselves to get from here to there much faster. There's no reason for them to have to do things from scratch if you have things prepared. And that is a trend I am seeing. I have a feeling there's going to be more players out there, and I look forward to them.
I would say hybrid cloud and cloud everywhere. A lot of companies have done hybrid for a long time, but I see it's maturing now. You're really doing hybrid for real, where you have applications talking to each other, not just, okay, we leave some stuff on-prem and some to the cloud. Now they are really utilizing the power of hybrid, and I see that coming more.
So coming back to the future of application, we are seeing and involved in a strong, and I would say passionate trend of intelligent apps, application build or reshape with GenAI, but also leveraging advanced technology like non-generative AI, context-aware, route-based system, graph, and workflow for adaptive user experience. So what is for you an intelligent apps? Can you give me a real-life example, use case you've seen, and also some pattern that you are observing?
So let me put it in a very, very simple terms as I would understand. Intelligent apps are advanced software applications that leverage artificial intelligence, such as machine learning, natural language processing, big data analytics. These apps are analyzing the data both real time as well as historical to provide extremely personalized adaptive experience so you're able to make informed predictions about the user needs. If I had to really look at it from a day to day standpoint, where these apps have become really prevalent, I'll take the example of my 1 year old daughter. I play nursery rhymes and then I ask for animal voices. And Alexa has become so smart that every time she plays a nursery rhyme, she actually goes on to ask, do you want to hear an animal sound as well? That's how smart these digital assistants have started becoming. That's an example, I would say, of an intelligent app. If you really look at Amazon, for example, the personalization that it does for your e-commerce things that you buy, from groceries to products, the way it's doing it is through the AI algorithms and apps that can actually read your historical data, your real-time need, and is able to combine it to present the relevant items for you. The same is with transportation services. Yeah, Uber, Lyft, all of these platforms enjoy machine learning algorithms. They optimize pricing, they optimize the driver preferences with the passengers. This, I would say, is what's intelligent apps really doing from a user experience, matching it to their needs.
We go. So for me, the intelligent app is a proactive app. I'm seeing all these concepts even on the low code side, where we provide, say, several agents in a system, and the system will determine which agent to use based on what it sees. Now, how about a system that says, well, I see what you're asking for, but I proactively see that based on all the information I have at my disposal, that you probably need this to happen for you. And proactive app comes into play. And I am looking at, when I say intelligent apps, things that maybe are running as services that see, for example, systems that are not maybe configured properly, or things that should be fixed or optimized, that it does it essentially on their own, maybe not necessarily waiting for permission to make it happen. That would be an intelligent app. It's a scary sound, but I think that's where we want to essentially get to the point where, just like the humans, if they are walking the street and they see some trash and just pick it up without being prompted, that would be, to me, the ultimate intelligent app in the near term.
That's a fair comment. One of the main use cases that I've really liked, that's basically pushed quite a lot forward with generative AI, is the use in the educational sector. Having something that you can actually exchange with that will create development plans for you, adapt to your learning skills, your capabilities. That's something I find fantastic, and it's something that I think will help a lot of people throughout the world.
And adding on that, I'm used to say GenAI is evolving from answering to now reasoning and mostly driving action.
We heard about intelligent apps and what it's doing today for user experiences or personalized user experiences. What are the main challenges or limitations that we see in the adoption of these intelligent apps?
So the first one I've seen is, and I mentioned just earlier about the proactive apps, is sometimes they're a little bit proactive. They come up with major assumptions off the bat. You don't explain yourself very well. You start off essentially spending more time explaining than going through. So that to me is the biggest challenge, essentially to get past the mess sooner than later, so that we can get productive and not essentially be treated like a regular person, because we aren't.
Yeah, the main challenges I'm observing are first, how to go at scale. Organizations should move with a GenAI platform, technical stack, patterns, processes to operate with consistency GenAI initiatives. Second, how to test and validate, I will say, enough accuracy for a GenAI initiative. And mostly we can say defining a set of guardrails, tests, and scoring mechanism can really help. And third, how to get value of your GenAI initiatives. And I will say focusing on your existing competitive advantage and for sure leveraging your data, which are your differentiator from others.
To me, one of the main limitations is the skills gap. Developers need training on how to add intelligence to their apps. It's why in France we're actually developing a specific courses next year, and then it's going to come out in February, March 2025. It's all about getting our developers up to speed in the use of GenAI and all the frameworks around it.
I would add trust as a potential risk, as with every new tech. In some scenarios, people are lacking trust in the new technology. So there I see a challenge in that.
Still talking about intelligent apps, do you think we are shifting from traditional business process automation to something new as a business process agentification?
I totally believe that we are changing the way we do things, the way we think about things. In fact, the automation piece that some folks thought was by itself in its own place now becomes so super important. What you were able to automate, the power behind that becomes really the core piece of that DNA to go forward. So it changes, right? So what was not as important before becomes very important and something that we have to consider going forward.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't think we're talking about agentification of processes. I think we're talking more about agentification of whole businesses. I think we're going to see companies, startups coming along that are basically, built around agents, and they'll handle everything from, client requests, ordering, delivery, the whole process. To me, there's very few limits to what we can do with agents. And I think there'll be a big push in that direction of, sort of trying to make agents do a maximum of work within our business processes.
And I'm used to say that GenAI is elevating hyper-automation, enabling it to manage and adapt processes for the unstructured, the unexpected, and the unmanaged.
So great. We heard our technologists discuss on the different aspects of GenAI and how it's revolutionizing the software and quality engineering for modern application development. We heard about cloud native and how modern applications are truly leveraging the potential of cloud. And finally, with intelligent applications and how it's transforming business processes, enabling hyper automation, and enhancing user experiences to a whole new level. Thank you for hearing in. Do visit us at sogeti.com for more information and feel free to reach out to us as well. A quick word from our panelists.
So I really look forward to the changes that are coming up in 2025. I've already got to see them. As an MVP, I sort of got a preview, but as a partner, we get pretty much the same great view. And let's just say a lot of nice things and nice toys are coming our way. Can't wait to be playing with them with our work.
Yeah, I agree with Ralph. Some really exciting stuff on the horizon for 2025. Looking forward to it. Excited. Hope you all are yourselves. That was nice chatting.
Yes, I can only agree. Looking forward to what's next to come in 2025. So thank you, everyone.
I'm definitely looking for 2025 to have great discussion on achievement on this wonderful technology landscape of modern apps. By the way, if you would like, please read our ebook that we made with Microsoft Sogeti, Starting Control, Staying Control. See you soon. Bye-bye.